Welcome to another very exciting time where we learn, make ourselves better as individuals, as entrepreneurs, as speakers. We want to improve ourselves and make ourselves better. One of the things you need to master in the course of your growth, in the course of your exceeding or excelling as a speaker, is to master how to use PowerPoint. Maybe you have a PowerPoint presentation, you have a presentation to give before a panel, before a bunch of investors, before some customers. Knowing how to use Microsoft PowerPoint will come in very handy. You can also use it to do a lot of presentations before customers. For those of you who are involved in multi-level marketing, you can do a quick one. A lot of the slides that you see me do are done by Microsoft PowerPoint. I'd like to know if there's anyone here who already knows how to use Microsoft PowerPoint. So just in the chat section, type I can, and at what level on a scale of 1 to 10, score yourself when it comes to creating powerful slides. How do you score yourself? So quickly, if you're following, just type, I'm good at Microsoft PowerPoint, or I'm a novice at Microsoft PowerPoint, or I'm on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm on a 5, on a 4, on a 3. That will help us, that will help me know the best way to start so that I don't go ahead of a lot of people. And there sometimes you may even know Microsoft PowerPoint, but you want something like a refresher. You want yourself to get better. Somebody's saying on a scale of 1 to 5, 1, or 1 to 10, 1. That means 1 is poor. On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being poor, 5 being average, 10 being excellent. So let's get to know your scale, your grade. How do you fare when it comes to Microsoft PowerPoint? I'm waiting. Okay. Jesse Upong says 5. On a scale of 1 to, okay, Gloria says she's a novice, she doesn't know anything. Okay, so that means we have to be very careful not to use too many technical terms and not to be in a hurry. Gloria, okay. Zorik says that he's on a 4. Gloria, one of the things that I encourage you to do is to do a lot of practice. The best way to master Microsoft PowerPoint is to practice. Esther has not said anything about her level. Good work done. You need to also tell us where you, on a scale of, okay, Emmanuel Oluwaleke says 4, and that is good to know. So I'm going to take you to share my screen with you and take you first. Okay, what I decided to do, I wanted to start off by showing you how to do Microsoft PowerPoint on your phone. But I figured out that let's start, you can always get it later. Let's start with the laptop, and then by either tomorrow or Monday, we'll now go into how to use your phone. We'll go back into using your phone. So let's get straight into our share the screen. One of the slides of my usually your Microsoft PowerPoint interface looks like. So I'm going to have to start. It is not difficult for you. Let me know if you can see what I'm doing. Let's get straight into let me know if you're seeing my screen. Let me know if you're seeing my screen. You can send a chat. Let me know if you're seeing my screen. So first of all, for you, most phones already have Microsoft Word, Microsoft Excel, and Microsoft PowerPoint. And all you simply have to do is have it installed on your laptop, unless you're using a Mac, something outside of Windows. You should have it on your laptop. So this is how pretty much it looks like. A few things you will need to have. When you click, you can go. I'm trying to start from the beginning so that you see how this works. Give me a few minutes. Okay. Give me a few minutes. Let me know if you're seeing my screen. Let me know if you're seeing my screen. Let me know if you're seeing my, I'd like you to chat up and let me know if you're seeing my screen. That is, you're seeing my desktop. Okay, you're seeing the screen. Yes, okay, fantastic. That's good. All right, so I want to start from the beginning so that you can see what I'm talking about. This is the mouse. I'm sure you're seeing the mouse move, hopefully. And this is Microsoft PowerPoint there. You click on that, and it brings you to something like this. I'm having some issues here with my Microsoft, but let's see how it goes.
Hello.
Welcome.
Well,
Please, if you're just joining us, mute your stuff. Okay, so let's okay. So if you click on Microsoft, it should bring you to something like this, where you have your file. What you see basically is a file, home, insert, design, transition, animation, slideshow, review, view. Don't be worried about all of this. You probably will use it in the course of your creating of your slides. You also see something like new slides, paste, layout, resets, section, bold, and all of that. You see all of that. You get to use alignment, paragraphs, all of this can arrangement, all of this can be used when you are doing your slides. Now, if for example, you already have there's a slide already on your screen and you want to create a new one, totally new one, write down these controls. You click on Control N. Control N will help you open something like this again. Just click on Control N on your laptop and you have a fresh new template, a fresh new, opportunity to create a new slide. I was in the former PowerPoint slide. I wanted to create a new one. All I did was Control N. But if you're starting from the beginning, it should take you to something this blank. There are some Windows 8 to show you different themes or templates which you can pick. Some will just take you straight to this point. Right now, so you have, the first thing I want to do is I want to determine how many slides do I want to have. Okay, so I'll just click on my new slides, go to new slides and click, let's do 10. We already have one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I have 10 slides. I want to work with 10 slides. Now the first slide has this kind of layout. It's called the layout. And if you look at the point where I clicked on slides, you also see that there's something called layout. If I click on layout, you see what will appear. It shows me different kinds of layouts. Usually the first page should have titles, either it's title slide, it should be the title slide kind of pattern. Or sometimes you may choose to, usually the second slide, this one, if you look at it, this second one is the other one we just mentioned. The second one should be the title and content. And sometimes we want to do the section header, to content, comparisons, all of that. So you can explore the layout. Layout also on your phone. All right, so I want this layout to the first one to be this title slide. So let's say how to raise a godly child. So I just typed godly child. I just typed. What I did was that I clicked on the stuff and I typed what I wanted to do. As simple as that. I can do a subtitle. Christian, so we don't have Christians here. Okay, values that will build your children. Now, this is coming from my head. All right. Now, the next thing I want to do is I probably don't like this font. I want it to be bolder. I want it to be bolder. So I'll take my cursor that is moving around and click on it. Then I'll type on Control A. When I click on Control A, it is highlighting the entire stuff. Then I go to where you have bold here and I click, it becomes bolder. If I want it to be in italics, I click on italics, it becomes in italics. If I want to underline that text, I can underline it. If I want to give it some effect by adding shadow, I can add shadow to it. When you click outside of it, you see how it comes out. Now, I can click again on that space, and to highlight that stuff, I click on Control A. Control A will enable me to determine what I want to do. So I don't want it to be in italics, so I click on the italics, it will return back normal. I don't want it to be underlined, I'll click on underline and return back normally. I want to do the same thing to how to build your values that will build your children. So I also do the same thing, Control A. I want it to come out, I want it to have a shadow, and I want it to be bold. Same thing. So I've just done the same thing. Now I've done something very simple on the first click. Now I could make it a little more exciting by changing the fonts. The font is the way it is written. Again, I go Control A. I look out for fonts. This is where you have your fonts, where you have Calibri headings. I click on that and I begin to look out for what fonts I may choose to use. Something bold and something exciting, something different. Okay, I think I like band Schrift Light. It makes it look nice. So I've done that. And I want to increase the size. I want the size to be a little bigger. So I go to where you have number 44, and that's the font size already. Font size is 44. I like to make it maybe a little bigger, maybe 72. And there you go. I've done that now. All right, so I want these values to come a little down. Whenever you have that kind of situation, you take your cursor and click on where you have your values V, and then click on enter, press enter. It will come down a little more. Let me return back to, if you want to go back to what you have done, backspace will take you back, enter will bring you down. Backspace will take you down, enter will bring you down. Or Control Z will take you back. All right. So I hope you're writing these controls that will help you. Now, I need this stuff to be in red, values that build your children. So I will do Control A every time you want to work on any words that you've typed. Control A, and then this where you have this A sign and have these colors. Usually you have as many colors to choose. You can click on that spot and you have many theme colors to use. I want red, so I click on red, and there you go. You have something beautiful. I click on red, I have something very, very beautiful. All right, so that's that. Now, I've done the first, but I want to add a picture to my beautiful slide. I want this slide to look beautiful. There are many ways I can do it, all right? There are very, very many ways. First way I can do is I can go to where you have this up bar, where you have home, insert, design, transition, animation, and click on insert, all right? And I can click on picture. Now, when you click on insert, you have the opportunity, you can put a table, you can create a table, if I'm supposed to do that. You can put a picture, you can do all of these things. You can go to your photo album, you can do a lot with, excuse me, with you can even add a video, you can add an audio. So, but we want to put a picture. That's the first way you can do stuff. So it takes me straight to my what pictures I already have. What pictures I already have. Okay. And I begin to search. I'll probably go to document and see if I have pictures. I'm doing something for a school. I think I have pictures that would make a lot of sense. Okay, I've not seen pictures yet. All right. So the picture should already be in your document or desk. Let's look at desktop. Okay, so I have stuff here. Let's see this. Okay. So I have some beautiful pictures here. I could pick this one, then I click on insert. I click on insert. All right, so the picture has been inserted on my slides, but we have a challenge. The challenge is that the picture is literally covering my slides. What do I do? That things, many things I can do. And what's our challenge here? A lot of things. Do I want to use this font, this simple frame white? Do I want to do all marveled matte white? All of these things. I could think about that. But first of all, I want to solve the problem of this. There are many options. First thing I want to do is I'll click on home so that I can come back to where I have my tools and operate effectively from there. All right. Let me know if you are still following me. And if you're lost, let me know. Chat in the session if you're lost. So we have this beautiful ball here. Now you notice that we have 4 edges. We have edge 1, edge 2, edge 3, edge 4, and here and here. Through those edges, with your mouse, you can reduce the size of the picture. Now I'm going to do that. You just click on that edge and reduce the size. You can reduce the size. Okay, so you can reduce the size to whatever size you want. I can choose to reduce the size to this point. Okay, that's a good concept, right? So I'm taking that picture and I've chosen to reduce it to that point. Or I could choose to make the picture, I could make the picture big, all right? And find a way to get the picture, the wordings to superimpose itself on the child. So I do that, and then I go straight to, I have all my tools here. I look up for arrange, and I click on arrange, and I want this picture that has been highlighted, that my tool has picked, to go to the back. So I go send to the back, and I click, and the pictures have come, the wordings have come to the front, and the picture has gone to the back. I have another challenge now. You can probably not see it clearly, right? So what colors do you think will bring out the words better? Now, when you're in this kind of situation, you take your cursor, click there, and do Control A. Always do Control A. Control A highlights what you're doing, Control A, and then you can look out for, I think, white to be fine, white to bring it out better, or another color that will bring it out good is yellow. And I think I should change, I'm not liking the font, so I'll go back Control A and go and change this font to something better. Arial is good too. Let's see. Okay, semi-bold. Okay, let's use this one. Semi-bold, so it comes out better. This red color too doesn't also come out fine. I could click on the V and enter, bring it lower. Press Control A and also use yellow, or for flavor, I'd make it white. So I've done my first slide. I've done my first slide in the opener. So let me finish with the fronts. Now, I haven't done that. I could now say to myself, what else do I want to do for this? I want to make sure that it transitions very well. So I go to transition, I click on transition and I pick, do I want it to cut? Do I want it to fade? Do I want it to push? Do I want it to swipe? Do I want to, that's your choice now, to split, open. Do I want it to reveal? Do I want to do, yes, reveal, random bar? Do I want to do shape? Do I want to uncover? Do I want to cover? Like that. You have other options. You click here, and they are very creative options. Like sometimes I like you doing things crazy, like I like shred. Shred will come out very well. Oh, I like that. I think I'll use that. Shred. So it makes it look beautiful, makes it look beautiful, and you're good to go. So you have your first. Once you've done that, you have your first slide. And usually, it's always good to save. So Control S is to save. Because I'll save it on my desktop and save. Just save it. We're good to go. So now, when you have this, you want to take out all of this transition stuff, you go back, click on Home, and you're back to where you began. Now, the next point, the next slide shows you that in your layout, in one layout, we discussed layout a few minutes ago, you have, usually the title slide is how this how it looks. The title and content, in other words, maybe your first point or your first point. Usually in my own slide, I like to have my name, be like an opening, an introduction of me. So I'll use this title content. That's okay. My name is George. Then another way to, aside going to insert to get a picture, is that you already have, you notice you have click to add text. You can put in, you can insert a table, you can insert a chart, you can insert a smart art graphic, you can insert a video clip, you can insert a clip art, and you can also insert a picture. So another way to put pictures into your Microsoft is to click right there. And that is usually common to the title content slider, right? So I click on that and it takes me to, I'm looking for a picture that shows me now. Now, let me say this to us. Initially when I began doing slides, it was quite challenging for me because it was quite challenging for me because I was always paying somebody to do my slides. I was always paying someone to do my slides, and I was paying the person a lot. One day I said to myself, let me go to Microsoft Word and let us look at it, make the mistakes I want to make, interact with all of the tools, interact with them, make mistakes, learn. And that's exactly how I started to learn. I began to observe other slides and imitate them. And before you knew it, you practice, I got it. Today I do powerful and beautiful slides. Same thing with um, Canva. I also went online, saw it, downloaded the app, and started to practice. And most of these tools are not as difficult as you think. They are they are very easy to use. Now, I want to show you clearly how I can also get a picture from the internet. Maybe you don't have the picture already in your phone, and you want to get a picture from the internet. So I have Chrome here.
You gotta bring the touch now.
So I have Chrome here. I'll click on Chrome. Now, if you notice that I have my WhatsApp also on my laptop, isn't that interesting? I'm sure that's interesting for some people. There's a way you can have your WhatsApp on your laptop. Okay. So what I do basically is that when I want to do any of this, I go first to Google. Google is the best place to go. And then I search for whatever I'm looking for. Let's say children, African children. All right. So the pictures have showed. I could click on images to get more images. So that I can make it. I like this picture of this person. I click on that. And the next thing I want to do is I will right click on the picture, go down to save image as, click on that. Then I will now type how I want to save it. I'll save it, yes, in the document as African children. African children. So it's saved right there in my system, saved down. So I can get that system, I can get that picture, this lovely picture, and use it for my slides. So what do I do? This is already in my system. I go to insert, okay, and I go down to documents where it is saved, and I scroll down. I look for that picture. I hope it is there. That it was should be there somewhere. That's it there. I click on it and I insert. The picture's there. So that's another way you can, if you don't have a picture already in your laptop, you can go to internet on your Chrome, Google, search picture, and then you insert the picture. Another way to add the picture, be another picture. I can reduce the size of this. Is to go there, and the beautiful thing is that you can actually, let's click on this beautiful one. You can actually copy the picture straight, allow it to load, and then just click on left right click, copy the image, and then go straight to where you have your slide, and then Control V. Control V is paste. Control C is copy. Control V is paste. All right, so it looks bigger, right? So we just find a way to reduce the size of it. Just reduce the size. So principally, that's basically how. So I put two pictures. I just copied from the internet and I pasted it there. As easy as that. That's how to play with pictures. That's how to play with pictures on your stuff. Play with pictures. So let's move on to another very important thing to learn. Now, we have a first one, we have the second one. I want my name to come out brightly. Control A, I make it bold. Let's leave it at calibre. I add a shadow and we're good. I want just Judge Asian to be finer, but in red color. I highlight. I don't do Control A. I go to use my cursor to go to where Judge Asian is, and I push down the cursor, and I go to where you have A, and I click on any color there, and it's a lot better. All right. I want this picture to fly. I want the picture just to fly in, or I want the picture to split as it comes in. I want this picture to wipe in as it comes in, or to wheel as it comes in. All right. What did I do just now? I clicked on animation and I did that. And I picked what I wanted. I've done that now, and that's it. So I go back to home, click on transition. I want this to also be very, very, very dramatic. So I look out for let's see, honeycomb or conveyor, and you're good. Same thing with this one. Let's do something dramatic too. Okay, random bars. So when it comes to putting together slides, you really need to have your content on a piece of paper. That will guide how you put out your content on your stuff. Now, for me, I like to work with white. There are people who will say, let's work with a design. And Microsoft already has some designs. So you have this, you click on design, you see all of these. If I click on any of them, let me show you. If I click this white. Let's click on this. The whole template will change. This change, see that, it will change. That, it will change. So you can work on any of those themes. I even know that you can just click on, it will change. I even know that you can even work on variants of that particular theme. Okay. But again, like I said, I always like to work with white so that it can enable me do a lot of things. I can come up with a lot of ideas. There are times when I'm using some of these templates to get things going for me. So again, when it comes to as a speaker, I'm sure for those of you who are in the university or who are in school, when we're doing our PowerPoints, one of the biggest mistakes we did growing up then was that the slides that we created had a lot of text on them, The idea of Microsoft PowerPoint is not for you to have a lot of text. The idea is to have few words. So when I'm teaching students presentation techniques and presentation skills, your project work should have all of the content, and your slide should just have pictures, graphic pictures, and also charts and statistics just there and nothing more. You don't want to have too many things on your slide so that it can be very, very engaging. You don't have too many things in your slide. Pictures speak 1,000 words. Pictures speak 1,000 words. Let's go to the next slide. You can use any of this to create that. Okay, you can make it back depending on what you want to do. If that's what you want to use any of the shapes, or you want to create a shape. All right, you can do that. Just click on any of these shapes and then do what you want to do. It's exciting what you can do with the Microsoft PowerPoint. So just go make your mistakes. The only way you can learn is to make your mistakes. Let's go to another slider. Let's say you have peak performance result. I want to make it beautiful. Control A. I put my shadow. I like to put shadow. It gives a beautiful feel. All right. And then I want to, what do I want to do now? I want it to go to the left. Alignment. This is super align. I want to align to the left. I click there. I want it to align to this side. I click there. I want it to be in the middle. So if you just done that, so say entrepreneur, speaker, marketplace leader. All right. So if you have this kind of thing and you want to use any of these alignments, you Control A and you click this, or this. You want to increase the size, you go here and increase the size. What you want it to be, add your shadow. And you have something good there. You want to, let's say, you want to cut out, you want to cancel out somebody's thing, and you got a speaker. You highlight that one and click on this, and then that is done. So basically, when it comes to working with slide, you just, and your creativity comes in. It is your slide, it is your PowerPoint. You're totally in control. You don't want people to start reading a whole lot, a bunch of stuff. No, that's not what you want them to do. Your goal is to show as much pictures, be very graphical, and if you're going to do anything at all, use infographics. I'm going to show you some of our slides. The slides I just quickly did. So let's make sure we add some transitions so that it looks beautiful. And this should also have transitions. All right. Good. Now I want to see if I can show you any of this is a slide we did. I've not completed this, but there was something we did recently, a few days ago. So this is not what I used eventually, but basically, let's see how it goes. The things I do. Now, let me say this for us who are into speaking. What I just did was this. When you're speaking to an unfamiliar audience, an audience that does not know you, I often will tell my students to pre-frame or establish your credibility. And that's for those of you who are following my slide. I'm done. I get into telling them who I am. I introduce myself. Then I tell them, okay, I'm a Christian, a marketplace minister, and so on. And I have pictures to represent what I've just said. And then I also show proof. There's something about pictures and proof that I'm not just that person who's showing up. I actually do training for a living. And then when I say I'm a businessman, those are the businesses that I run. I actually run a printing press, multimedia studio. I have products, I do business. So the pictures speak it. I don't have to do a lot of explanation. The pictures will tell it all. So and then okay, next thing is that I want to get their details. I want them to visit my website and so on and so forth. So you see how a typical slide, and I get into the subject matter of it, and it was actually supposed to be. See how I put verses. I put Paul's picture, and see I put Philippian map of those days. you know, how to look at that. I got a picture of this picture from the internet and I place it. You can do that. I've taught you what to do in the slide I just did. You know, I use a good font here. Same thing here. You know, same thing here. You know, so it's very easy. This was gotten from the internet too. It was gotten from the internet. This was also gotten from the internet. You know, so I like to work with white because white has a very powerful way of getting to people. You know, so that's basically why I stopped. It was also got from the internet. I got these pictures from the internet. I copied them. I copied them. I put all these pictures from the internet and I placed them there. You know, and then so that's how it's not as difficult as you think. Okay. So I know a pastor who uses slides for all of his I think that's why I stopped. This is why I stopped with that stuff. So it's not as difficult as you think. It's quite easy to do these things. And I want you to give it a shot. You know, use your laptop. Next time we'll meet, we will see how, then that's me and my offer. And so all of the things I was doing, basically I was talking and I'm showing you the slide. You're seeing the slide and then they're dramatically moving. So friends, there's still a lot to learn, but don't have the notion that putting together slides are difficult. So these are some of the slides that I have created over time. These are slides of all of this is what I used to teach when I go to organizations. I created the slides, digital revolution, audience analysis. I just create slides and keep financial intelligence. So one of my students, I told her to do slides and she did it and she submitted it, living your dreams. So we've done a number of slides for different programs. I just keep working on them. You know, I have close to 100 slides done on different subject matters. So you need to have the content already done, and then you simply will just go ahead and do what you want to do. So let's go back to what we did today. If you think I've not mentioned is that you can, if you want to, this is what we just did now. If you want to get it to be in the slide mode, you go down here and then you click that and you're on slide mode. So that's what we just did now. All that we did. Okay. So I hope that you got some value from what you've learned. If you have what I'm going to show you, WPS can enable you to record your slides. Can enable you record your slides, and then while you're presenting, your slides are being recorded, your voice is heard, and your slide is being recorded. That's WPS can do that. I think Camtasia can also do that too. Coral Capture can do that. Let me show you something. I would like to show you mine. I can show you my YouTube channel and show you something that was done with that in mind. Click on my videos and then so the assignment I'm giving to us is to the next presentation a lot of us will be doing the next presentation we'll be doing will be presented. I'll give you the permission to share your screen, okay? And we will make sure that you use slides. I'm going to show you one, if I can get to it, one of those videos those days that shows you, wow, I've done 113 videos. Let's see if I can get there quickly. So almost there. Just a minute. Okay, so this is the video here. It was published in 2018. I have 685 views. Let's see if it play. Okay, I need to play. That's what I wanted to do. So see, I use slide. I use call capture to upload this video. Right, so that's basically what I want to show you. That um, I used I didn't use Camtasia. I used Coral Capture to do it, and it came out very well. So get creative, get smart, get started. That's the video done in full. All right. So that's where we're going to stop for today. I really want to thank you for your time. Thank you for being part of this class. I'll take questions now. If you have any issues, if you didn't understand what I said, please let me know. All that I did.